Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to review the finale of season 2 of Rap Shit. This episode is called Under Construction, and yes, I sound better, I feel better, all that, because last week was a struggle. It was so much a struggle. I edited out so much coughing and all this other stuff. It just, even when I listened back, I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds so nasty. But anyway, I didn't realize that this was the finale until I was on Instagram and I followed the actor who plays Cash. He posted about it. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize this was the finale. So I just watched the episode. I didn't take notes, so right now I'm just going to skim through the episode and then give my opinions or response to what happened. I don't know, this episode I was so stressed out. You know, it was still funny, but I don't know about this episode. It was just I'm not disappointed in the episode, I'm just disappointed in the story and what happens with the characters. So anyway, we start off with Nat looking like Malcolm X. I guess he has rebranded himself as this intellectual black man who cares about mental health for the black man, and he's talking to Wallow. Okay, it says it right there. I'm like, I see this guy a lot. I know he went to prison for a while and now he has a podcast, and I'm sure there's other things, but I don't know a lot about him. Wallow and Gilly, right? Okay, looking like a fake ass Malcolm X. I'm not gonna say Malcolm. He looks like a fake ass Malcolm X, and I can't stand him. So let's see. So Wallow, I was about to call him Gallo. Anyway, so Wallow asks Gat about why he put Raina on the song, and he kind of snapped a little bit because he knows he's wrong. Why is Raina on the song? She don't care nothing about that. It's fake. You know, he said, shout out. Did he say niggas? I don't know. Shout out to the niggas, the females, the theys, the thems. Shout out to the thems. Gotta shout them out. So it was just fake, and then he had some fake crying, and I love that they transitioned to Isaiah Rashad's song. That got me dancing. So let's see what else. So then we get to Franny, and basically he's in the studio and he introduces the girls to Partisan Fontaine. I think that's how you say his name. I don't know about all the drama that's going on with him and Megan, but I support Megan, and that's it. I don't need to know anything. So then Party asks the girls about what they got going on in their life. This scene made me think of when they met Tunji, and they were just, at least Mia was super like open. I don't know, it just felt kind of unprofessional when she was speaking to Tunji, and it felt the same. Like Mia's being herself, but I just got the same vibe from that. I guess, is that what they do with producers? I guess you just tell them what's going on with your life. But the thing is that they're writing their lyrics, so I don't know. I mean, I guess, well, the producer's supposed to come up with the concept, I guess, but it's like, do they do this every time an artist comes in, you know? But because sometimes I feel like an artist could have something going on in their life, but that doesn't mean they want to sing about it or rap about it in their case. And so of course Mia brings up the baby father stuff, and then they swing over to Shauna, and Franny of course brings up the scamming thing like he did with Tunji, and I just think that's so disrespectful. Like, what does that like? Do you think that she's gonna rap about it? Like, I mean, even JT, like, she rapped about scamming, but it was like after the fact, and then she was saying it like it was in the past, like, I'm not doing that anymore, so this is just too soon. And then Francois brings up this concept he wants to do where the girls do a grab and smash or something, and the girls are just looking crazy, and he's like, oh, it's gonna go viral. It just sounds stupid, and he's not even communicating with them. That's why I don't like him. And so they record the song. I mean, it's cute for what it is. It's just a regular old city girl type song. And Shauna looks so out of place every time she does these songs to me. Like, she just doesn't, I guess she looks a little more comfortable than before, but it just doesn't fit her. So then the girls go outside, and I paused the video. I see that one of the parking spaces says Lil Baby, but anyway, Mia says something about, you know, posing for the mugshot or whatever Fran was talking about, and Sean is like, no, I'm not doing that. This is black criminality or whatever. So we're starting to see, I mean, we've been seeing this since the beginning. These girls are different, and right now they're like divided on the concept, even though Mia didn't say anything, but it's like Mia's okay with the idea, but Shauna's not. They bring up Gat using Lord AK for views, which is very ironic seeing how this episode ends. And then Mia gives Shauna the news that Courtney or his team, whatever, wants to make the song that she made with Courtney a single. And Shauna is, I guess, happy, but not really. I don't know if I missed something there. Maybe because Shauna wasn't on the song, she didn't come out to record, but she seemed like she was kind of like fake happy for Mia. Okay, so I actually had to watch the episode and take some notes because I just couldn't skim through and record and skim through the episode. It was taking too long. So anyway, so now we get to the girls and their meeting with Alex and Chastity. And so Alex explains a little bit of this Red Bull deal. She says that the girls will have full creative control and own their masters, which seems cool. But then Mia asks about the money, and Alex doesn't have that. And she's like, oh, I'm going to regroup with the team. And still Mia's like, you don't have a ballpark? She doesn't have anything, which I think is kind of crazy. But so they start talking about female empowerment, and what I didn't like is when, I guess Chastity brings up I've been talking to the girls about female empowerment, and Shauna's kind of like, oh, you have? What have you been saying? I didn't really like that, because it's like you call Chastity out, but you couldn't call Fran out when he was talking about y'all going up in a Walmart or something and doing a snatch and grab, So it's like her picking and choosing is getting on my nerves. Like, I just think maybe she should have spoke to Chastity afterwards. Like, what are you talking about, Let's see. So now we get to Melissa's birthday party, and Miss Mia has on her Hoochie Mama outfit, the sequel. And so I don't know why she's dressed like this to a kid's birthday party. So it's time for her to pay for the moon bounce, and her card declines. And then of course the mom pops up. She offers her card, and I just knew. I was like, the way the mom was acting, like, it wasn't like, it was very subtle, but I was like, no, that card ain't gonna work. And then she's just like, did nobody tell you to have a party at the beginning of the month? But I will say, she's kind of right though, because it's like, I'm thinking this party, I don't know what parties go for nowadays, kids parties, but let's just say it's around $250. That means that Mia has no money or she's at her limit. So it's like, that means if the party is like $250, if she can't pay for the moon bounce, that means that she only had maybe like $200. Not even, I feel like a moon bounce would be expensive, but that means she has like $200 on her card, and she felt the need to have this big ass party for her daughter. Like, the priorities are crazy. I know the daughter's getting up there, but it's like, it's just, don't have an extravagant party for your kids if you don't have money like that. Let's see. And so she has to ask Lamont, which is embarrassing since they're not getting along right now. So then we get to Maurice and Shauna in bed. Maybe this was his last little hoorah before going to prison. Hopefully there's no hoorahs in prison that is not consensual. So he invites her to his going away, I'm just gonna call it, event, because like he said towards the end of the episode, it shouldn't be called a party. He kind of brings up to her, because she's like, oh, I have to go to Mia's daughter's party and then I can swing by to yours, but he was like, oh, are you sure you're not too busy to come, and you're not going to be recording or doing something? She's like, no, I'm good. She also brings up their possible deal with Alex. And she says something like, Mia doesn't support the vision right now, but I'm going to persuade her. And he's like, I think she said that's the best for us. And he says, is it the best for y'all or the best for you? And she's like, what's the difference? I thought that was crazy, because obviously you're a team, you're a duo. It's not just what you want. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I think that majority of their career has been what Mia has wanted. So maybe this is just Shauna saying, hey, we need to start doing what I want to do, but there needs to be like a middle ground. You're a group. So that was crazy. And so then Fran calls her. He's playing their song in the back. Shauna brings up Chastity. Fran doesn't like that because he's a hater. Shauna brings up that Chastity got them a deal with Red Bull, and Fran's already talking shit, and he basically says if you take the deal with Chastity or take the Red Bull deal, I'm taking the party beat. They need to trust the plan that he laid out for them, and gives them an ultimatum, which I thought was rude. Like, to me, he was lying again. Like, of course, he has something. Right now, Fran does have something that's more tangible. I don't know if I'm using that word right, but he does have something for them compared to what Chastity has. But I do feel like he was lying about all of the other things that he's done for them. Like, I really don't think, going back to that one episode where they went to LA, I don't think that the conversation went well with Tunji. And so, he's done to me the bare minimum for them, and I just feel like he was gaslighting Shauna about what he's done. I think he's just, he just has a thing out for Chastity. If anything, they should have been able to just, I wish, it really is his fault, but I wish that they would have been able to all work together on this, but you know how these shows are, they gotta have some drama. So then Shauna shows up to the birthday party. I thought it was funny when Mia said, "Why you bring a gift? I know you broke." That's how I be feeling when I go to birthday things, and now with Christmas, like, I'm broke. And then so Mia Shauna brings up what Fran said, and Mia's like, why does he hate Chastity so much? And then they call Chastity, and she says he's threatened by me, and Shauna was kind of like, I don't think so. But for me, I think one of the first times in this season when Chastity and Fran, that's too many names, too many people, Chastity and Fran had a meeting. I kind of said that he was threatened by her, but then I was like, no. But then later on, I was like, yeah, for some reason. So then Mia asked Chastity to find out about the money. I thought it was funny when Mia told the kids to stop running. Like, they're outside at a birthday party. What the hell is wrong with you? And this is before Tiff even showed up. So I mean, but Mia's probably stressed out about money. So then Tiffany shows up, and we also see Mia, her the extras, the friends, and you know how they act. They start hating, and then Mia says, why would she bring a dessert to my daughter's party? And it's just like, girl, what is wrong with you? So then the one friend says, oh, does Lamont feel like he leveled up? And then Mia starts to kind of get mad, but I'm like, she didn't say that he leveled up. She said, does he think that he leveled up? So I don't know. I mean, of course she had an issue because she's just on the edge, but I thought it was funny when she was like, why? Because she this, because she light skin, blah blah blah. The friend was like, my cousin's light skin. I thought that was funny. And then of course Melissa comes over and said, why is Lulu here? Because they're not really even getting along, and Mia just starts instigating. Okay, let me say this. I don't know about y'all, but I don't take stuff like this serious. I was laughing the entire time. I just thought it was so funny. Like, obviously, in real life, stuff like this is not funny. People hating, and then someone acting jealous and playing their kids against each other, playing her kid against another person's kid. But I was laughing the entire time. I just love messy, stupid shit like this. I was laughing. I don't give a fuck. So she said, so the daughter said, why is Lulu here? And Mia's like, oh, no, go ask your daddy and make sure you say it loud. I just thought that was funny. She went over, said it, and Dad was like, fix that sass. Lamont said that. They all come to the table, and then of course Mia's just being a little asshole, and Tiff is very, very mature, and Lamont also said to her, I got you. So he was making sure nothing was gonna happen. Not that Mia said anything too terrible, but she was obviously being shady. So then we get Maurice and his cousin, and I guess basically Maurice doesn't want to go to this event. He was like, it's not a party. He kind of gives his cousin, I guess, instructions about the plants or whatever, and he breaks down. He says he feels like he let everyone down, so, which is real, even though I'd be crying because I just don't want to go to prison in Miami. But I'm trying to understand, like, when did his kind of like mood change towards his cousin? I mean, I guess he can't stay mad at him forever, but his cousin was shady as hell. They both need to be going in. I mean, honestly, all three of them, Maurice, his cousin, and Shauna, need to go to jail. But I don't know, it just feels like everything around the cousin kind of just changed in this last episode, like he was a good person. So yeah, he said, I hope I made the right decision. So then Shauna sees the video of Gat, she gets mad, goes on live and calls him out, and also brings up her assault. And my whole thing is, to me, Shauna is very annoying, but so is everybody on the damn show. And I don't think I've really watched any reviews on this show. Like, I've skimmed through some of them, but I find people really do not like Shauna. And it kind of throws me off just because I don't feel like she's that bad of a person. I feel like when I hear people say, oh, here goes Shauna again, talking about, you know, doing her own little Me Too movement, I'm like, why are y'all upset at this? You know, I get it that the one thing I can say with her is that, like I said in maybe the review for the second episode, is that this is the industry that you're in, and these are the people you're around. So trying to call out misogyny when you're literally, you know, surrounded by sexist rappers is just stupid. It's kind of like, remove yourself. But I still feel there's like a level where people are just like, oh, don't nobody want to hear that shit. We don't want to hear women talking about this. We don't want to hear the gays talking about this. We don't want to hear. And so you saw that in her live, that people were just like shitting on her, which I kind of feel is kind of weird, because I feel like she would have some supporters. Like, none of the comments in her live supported her at all, except for when they wanted to get some tea, you know. So maybe me talking like this just maybe proves that I'm a Shauna. But I don't truly feel like her calling out, because obviously we see what Gat did. So it's like, are we supposed to ignore stuff like that? Like, he was obviously being disrespectful, he was being sexist, he was being a colorist, he was, you know, he did assault her, he's using AK's death to go viral, which of course Shauna ends up doing by the end, but still that doesn't take anything away from him. So I don't understand why people get so upset with Shauna, but anyway, or women who are like this in general. So I thought it was funny in the comments, someone said, did Gat steal my mama's bracelet too? Try to be smart. So then we get to the girls, the Birdie Birds and the Moon Bounce, and the one girl said something about Shauna talking to her fans, and she called them the average girl clique. It's like, girl, what the hell is wrong with you? What the hell did Shauna do to you? Why are you so rude and fake? And so they're just talking about Lamont and Tiff. It feels like the two friends are kind of split on how they feel about Lamont. Like, the one who's from Insecure, she was basically saying like, because the other one said like, all he does is smoke and make beats. And then the one from Insecure, her name's Nelly, she's like, you know, these girls wouldn't be anywhere without him. The other one brought up how Lamont played Mia while she was pregnant, you know, and Mia had to bring up, you know, how many years was that, because Melissa's like at least 7, so it's like, that's 7 years ago. But I think that's maybe also part of what Mia has an issue with, is that Lamont has changed and he's a better person, but now he's with somebody else, so they say. And then yeah, the mom's like, stop cussing around these kids, because that's what I was thinking. I'm like, why are y'all cussing around these kids? So then we get to Chastity just hammering the nail in the coffin, and she tries to hit up Alex, but Alex is busy. She tells her she's, you know, in the meeting or whatever, and Chastity interrupts the meeting, which, first of all, how the hell did she know where Alex was? Oh, and I'm so happy that I finally got her name, because I was calling her Hot Wings. Anyway, and so she interrupts this meeting with Alex and this guy named Kurt that she had met at the one little space of it. And, you know, it's just embarrassing. She basically undermines Alex. I'm not gonna lie, like, when I was watching it, I did kind of think, like, well, Alex, you need to be communicating with the girls about what's going on. But I still don't think Chastity should have done that. But I don't know if, because when they met, Alex said that she was going to get back to them the next week. I don't know if it had been a week or not, but yeah, Chastity messed up with that. So then we get back to the party. We have these minions, which I thought was so funny. They look creepy as hell, and I just knew when I saw them, I was like, oh, they about to, this one of them like black ass Minion, Elmo, Mickey Mouse dance party type things. But it was cute. And so basically Melissa's dancing, and who brings up the battle? I'm trying to think. I think Melissa brought up that she wanted to. Did she bring up that she wanted to battle? Or did Mia? I don't know. But Mia's being messy. I think Mia brought it up. I don't know. So then, of course, calls out Lulu. Lulu dances a little bit, and then Melissa accidentally hits her. I really do think that she accidentally hit her, but they shouldn't have been battling, especially if they're not getting along. I'm just telling you this, Tiff, I thought it was gonna go another way. If Tiff was a different girl, oh, they would have been fighting. They would have been rolling in the grass, okay? Because there's already animosity, and now your daughter done hit my daughter in the face. If it was the opposite, they would have been fighting. If Lulu accidentally hit Melissa, Mia and Tiffany would have been fighting, but then Lamont would have jumped in, and then the birds would have jumped in, the mama would, it would have been a whole problem. So the minions would have had to pull them apart. So then Gat does a live, and he basically is lying and says Shauna was a groupie, which she kind of, a little bit she was, but I think her and AK ended up having good conversations. So it's not like she was being a groupie. And then of course he's like, she was the last one to be seen with him, ask her what's going on. And of course in his comments, everybody's supporting him. He just gets on my damn nerves. Anyway, so then Fran calls Shauna, congratulates her, is like excited about this video. It's one of those things where realistically, like, these things can help an artist, but it's so gimmicky and annoying, and Fran is getting on my nerves because these girls need to focus on their talent. But unfortunately, this is the type of stuff that can really put you out there, but it doesn't always last, you know, because this is what people know you for, the drama instead of your actual music. So, and of course he wants them to drop the single tonight after this situation. Shauna's like, oh, I don't know, but then Fran sends her videos from the rapper Flo Milli and Rico Nasty supporting her and kind of being like, oh yeah, that Gat motherfucker is crazy. Gat is always acting up or coked up or something. So I thought that was pretty cool. So then we also get the mom. You kind of overhear Mia's mom telling her to take what's yours, which I'm like, this is why she acts the way she acts. Lamont is gone. He's gone. Okay? He don't want you. So then Shauna tells Mia about the situation. The friends are all happy and excited, getting on my nerves. And then she says, you know, we need to drop the song. And Mia's like, I don't want to drop Chastity. She's been here since the beginning. And, you know, we need to still deal with her. So, but then Mia says, Chastity is my people. And then Shauna says, well, Fran's my people. At this point, I was like, well, yeah, I think y'all need to go with Fran. But I just can't stand him. Oh my gosh. And so let's see, okay, so then we get Alex and Chastity, and basically Alex just cuts ties romantically and professionally, which I don't know why I was surprised with the professionally. I thought maybe she would give her another chance, but she was done with that. She was very upset about that, which I get. And I was like, oh, this is it for Blue. And then Mia speaks to Lamont, and like, she misses him, she wants to work with him. And it's such, you know, his response is just, I would be so embarrassed if I was Mia. Like, he was mature, but it was just like, no, I'm good. And she brings up the Red Bull deal, and he's just like, no, I want to get it on my own. You playing all these games. And because she's playing games, and it's annoying. Like, see, I would be on her side more if she just dealt with these guys and then that's it. Like, if she had more game, like, you know, messing this, I mean, obviously Cash ended up being an asshole, but like sending him the text, kind of having that mindset of catching him, sending the text, still like accepting the dress from him, dealing with Courtney, like sneaking around. I don't know, she just didn't play anything right this season. If she would have played it right, if she would have been like, hey, I'm dealing with you and I'm dealing with him, you know, if she would have been real with Lamont and not tried to piss him off by flirting, then everything would be good. But again, you know, there has to be drama. So she took an L this season too. Yeah, she did. So then Maurice, he tries to call Shauna when he gets home, and oh my gosh, am I the only one that thought that something was going to happen to him? It was just so eerie to me. I don't know what I thought somebody was going to pop out. I was like, oh my gosh, is he going to do something to himself because Shauna didn't show up? And of course he sees her live, and then she texts him like, maybe I could see you in the morning. And it's just like she ended up doing what he was afraid that she was going to do, which is be too busy making a video or trying to go viral. I mean, I really don't think that Shauna was trying to go viral. I will say that. But she was doing something industry related. So then, of course, we get this sad scene of the girls meeting with Chastity and dropping her. And I guess in my mind, I was kind of thinking to myself, I forgot that they had spoke to Chastity earlier saying like, hey, Fran gave us an ultimatum, because I'm like, y'all been all working together. Even if they've had problems, even if Fran and Blue have had problems, y'all still work. But I forgot they told her about the ultimatum. And so, of course, when they said, we're dropping you, she was upset. She was like, I did so much for y'all sacrifice, because she did. But she just, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if there's really a way, like, you know how, like, you're kind of like, hey, you need to go back to school for this. You need to get more experience. But this is how you get the experience, like, actually managing somebody. So I don't know. I kind of understand where they're coming from, because they were struggling with her, but they were also struggling with Fran, but they were just a little bit, he at least got them a tour, and now he got them this song. But I don't think it's going to end well. I don't trust him at all. He's just an average whatever the hell he is. I at least feel like Chastity wouldn't like fuck them over. That's the difference. But she's just not good at what she's doing right now. She's not making good moves. She definitely took a L this entire season. Shauna has said something like, you know, what's the point of making music if no one's going to hear it? And they need more attention. And when Chastity was going off talking about, you gonna do this to me, it made me think of Denzel in Training Day at the end. I feel like he said something like that. I don't know. So then we get Maurice leaving with his cousin, and of course Shauna's calling him. He doesn't pick up, and he says something about, I never deleted them, to his cousin, which was shady as hell, and that's why his raggedy ass is going to prison. Okay, so now we get this like montage, which was pretty cool, like a slow motion montage. The girls are with Fran. When I saw Mia, it made me think of Aaliyah in that one movie. I think she was a vampire. And of course, I thought that's what the music video was going to be giving. But we see the music video. It's a hot ass mess. Chastity's watching them. She's back at the whorehouse or whatever, back to being a pimp. And she's very upset. We see Maurice go to prison. He looks kind of scared. And I just, like, as much as I don't like him, and as much as just, 10 seconds ago I said that he needs to go to prison, I really don't want him to go to prison. I just wish maybe he could have been on like house arrest or something. But yeah, so then this is the part that made me scream. We see Gat and Raina come in. I will say Raina actually looked nice this time. Her hair was a little bit more on point and modernized, but she's still ratchet. And so Gat meets with Chastity. I thought that was, it makes sense. Where I was like, oh my gosh, I hate this so much. I hate it so much. So then we see the girls doing a panel, like, I don't know, about the situation that Shauna was talking about, like women's empowerment thing, and it just seems so fake and so cheesy. The irony is that Shauna's kind of using this, for herself, and she's doing what Gat is doing by using Lord AK's situation for for herself, and then Mia just looks uncomfortable, like she don't even know what the hell female empowerment even means, like if she even knows how to spell it. That's what she's looking like. I'm not saying that she doesn't know how to, but she's just looking real crazy, and it's like she's basically like, make sure you check out our single. I'm just like, oh god. And so then we see their raggedy ass video, which was it looked a hot mess, and I'm like, why are they at a construction site? Well, I don't know if the song had anything to do with that, but the way they looked, the visuals were just not it. Maybe that was the point. I don't know. Yeah, I think there is a reality to how this ended. When you get to the root of these movements, I don't think that they are a problem. Like, I don't think female empowerment is a problem. I don't think feminism is a problem. I don't think black liberation is a problem. It's just the way people use it. And I think that's what people get misconstrued. It's like, oh, because they're using female empowerment to sell, popsicles and alcohol, or they're using Black liberation to sell merchandise in Target. It's all a scam. It's like at the root of it, it's not a scam. It's just the way people use it. And in this situation, the way Shauna and Mia are using it, or more so Shauna, is an issue. And also, Shauna just looks so stupid in the video. I know earlier I said I don't know why people get at her, but in the video she just looks so crazy, like she shouldn't even be there. But I think that's the point again. Yeah, and I noticed that all of the episodes, like the titles had to do with like the street and under construction. I think one was called U-Turn, all that. So I don't know. I don't feel like trying to break that down. I feel like dissecting that. Probably just they're on the road to success, and this is what they have to do. U-turns, they have to yield. It's not going to be a straight and narrow road. There's going to be some detours. So that's what I think. I think one of the episodes was called Detour. Yeah, this season was it was funny per usual, but it was definitely darker. Of course, the Lord AK stuff, but just like this ending, how everything ended with Chastity. Oh, I think that's what I was gonna say. So, in general, I was like, this is not for me. Like, I don't know what I would do if I was Chastity. Like, I just could not be in the industry this way, like that would suck. And it's not just the music industry. I'm sure, I've read things, people work on films together or books or whatever, and then maybe they split up and somebody takes the ideal, or they don't give somebody credit, or the team just splits up and they go with somebody else, and I'm just like, that's just the way of the world. And it's a reality in the industry, but it's a lot. I feel like that could do a lot to you, if you're not, I guess, strong enough to deal with it. Yeah, this season was just, I just felt like it was very dark, and I was a little pissed off on certain episodes. I will say I do like the fact that Mia and Shauna's relationship got better, because of course when this season started off, their relationship was very rocky, and I hated that. It got better. Overall, Mia was just playing games, of course. Like I said, she should have played it better. Maybe this will just help her understand to do better when it comes to juggling the menses, because there's nothing wrong with juggling the menses, but you just got to do it right. I don't know. I kind of wish that we saw more from her mother in her. I know they had that conversation, but I don't know. I feel like there's some things there that need to be unpacked. Maybe we'll see that next next season. Shauna's just same old. The stuff with her and Maurice, I don't know. I didn't really like it at all. Like, I get it, but I didn't like it. I do wish that I wish that we would have saw her at least speaking to somebody about the case, because I don't know, because she was involved as well. Like, what happened when she got arrested? What happened after, It just really focused on Maurice, and that was his storyline, and I was just annoyed the entire time. Francois got on my nerves. Chastity took an L this entire season. Really, like, even when she was somewhat successful, it was, she got them food and a nice hotels because she robbed those guys. So she was really struggling. I don't know what she needs to do, but she needs to get it together. Raina was funny, but of course she got on my nerves. I want to see less of her next season. The birds were funny. Is it just me? You know what? At the beginning of this, I am going to put something like, take a shot for every time I say, is it just me? What else do I say? I think I say like, of course, when I say my nicknames for these people, Chastity, aka Blue, Fran, aka Franny, the birds. Maybe I'm wrong. I say that a lot. I say a lot. Y'all don't even realize how much I have to edit out. But yeah, so I thought this season looked good. What did we think about the sex scenes? The one with Cash and Mia was my favorite, because Cash was fine as hell. He was just fine. That was probably my favorite. But and then the music, the music's okay. I think the music's funny because it's just so ratchet and matches the show, I guess. But I kind of feel as though if they're gonna have that type of rap, they should still have the other type of rap, because Shauna, obviously, she's not making that music, but that's the type of music she wants to make. I don't feel like we really got a lot of that But yeah, everything looked good. I love the location. So tell me what you thought below. Thank you to all the new subscribers and anybody who watched, and especially to the people who have been subscribed for a while, have been watching for a while. I think my next reaction reviews I'm gonna do is RuPaul's Drag Race. So if you're a fan of that, I'm doing, dang, what season are we up to? I think this is season 16. Probably be doing that. So if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and look forward to my next video. Thanks for watching.